podcast is all unofficial. None of the conversations or comments from us or guests represent DoD or the armed forces.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
Anything that comes from Unpopular Celebrities podcast is all unofficial.
Yo, what up?
Dang. What you call, man? Nobody don't care about that. Nobody don't care about that.
Alexa Pareto just lost last night.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
But
Nobody don't care about that.
Talking, man. Alexis Pareto lost last night. What you know is crazy. Sorry, let me get this out my eye. During the walkout, man, I was like, this dude look different. This dude don't look like he ready to fight. I should have bet money. Dang it. Lost an opportunity. But there'll be more as that comes along. I'm trying to look at something. Good morning. Good morning to you.
That's your intro. It's time. Like Pareto came out. He just like he want to fight. I hate that. I hate because it's so corny. It's not relevant for a podcast. It's not. I'm just being honest. It's not. That is not a good podcast intro. That's for like a sporting event. But hey, you know what? If you like it, hey, makes you feel warm inside, proceed on. I will hold my comments when it comes to that. But anyway, welcome everybody to another episode of Unpopular Celebrities. You have yours truly, Philly DC, along with my co-host, aka the engineer.
Sorry, go ahead.
aka the co-host, engineer, and Stream Deck voice mod
extraordinaire.
No spammer, little child, Pete, and then the other two co-hosts, Just Player and Dell Brown, who's in Korea, Reds in the Wire. We are Unpopular Celebrities. Welcome to another episode this Sunday. Thank you for being here. And before we get started, like, share, subscribe. If you're on the YouTube channel, you can check out all of our old previous podcast live shows. Go ahead and subscribe there. Hit that button. Leave a comment down there that helps the algorithm. And when you come in, and you're on this show, feel free to comment and send whatever stuff you would like to talk about.
Bring the heat.
So,
bring the smoke.
Bring the heat. Yes. For those who come on in, I'll probably put something in the comment box just in case when people come in later. I want to know how y'all feeling with all the stuff that's going on. I want to check y'all status.
What stuff going on?
Stops with the voice mod. We'll see what happens.
What stuff?
But
oh shoot.
All right, what stuff going on? No, I'm just joking.
Lord.
I'm just joking. Yo, we were talking when we got off the show. You said you watched that TV show Paradise.
Yeah, I did.
Did you watch all of it?
Yeah, I finished the last episode last night.
Oh, wait, 8 or 7? Or you don't remember?
I mean, I finished all of them, the whole series.
Okay. So I finished the whole series
8,
also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, what'd you think about the series overall as a whole? It's probably one of the best series I've watched in a while, but go ahead. I want to hear your opinion.
I wouldn't say it's one. I would say it's one of the best. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it is one of the best.
Yeah. Really well.
You know, Nick Jack, man. Shout out to Nick Jack. He said on his Facebook post, he said seemed like he was disappointed by the ending. I thought the ending was relevant. I thought it was good. But as far as the overall series, I'm trying to remember what other work that I think his name is Sterling Brown.
The main
lead
actor?
Yeah, main actor.
I think that's it.
I can't remember what I've watched him do before, but I came away from the series thinking like, man, he's an exceptional actor. He's really good.
Somebody said that he's gonna play Nino Brown in
that was me.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that'd be first of all, can I segue to the Nino Brown thing?
Sure.
I asked 3 people, what? Oh wow, interested to see what he's got to say about that. What's up, Justin? What? Said feeling good. Just got back from AFSA mid-year meeting in DC with all the division presidents and board director teams. Thank goodness it got approved before all these letters started. So AFSA is happening this year?
It just happened. Well, AFA.
AFSA.
AFSA, that ain't until later on this year.
Right. So he said it got approved. So I'm asking him, is it going on this year?
Well, it's probably too early for them to determine that. That's not till August, September.
Let me do this. Okay. So I'm wondering, I asked 3 people if they ever seen New Jack City. I was over 3.
It's a classic.
A classic. So then I segued to ask them, have you ever seen Friday? And they said yes. I said, well, have you seen Friday, but haven't seen New Jack City? And here's the thing. Justin said mid-year is different meeting, more to follow on the. Oh, okay. Thanks, Justin. Appreciate it. Hopefully the meeting was good though with the board and everything. My thought process. So New Jack City came out in 91. So I wasn't old enough to be watching those types of movies. So I wouldn't know nothing about it. But I had cousins, family members, and stuff like that who would make sure that I would watch these movies when, everybody was asleep or something like that. I don't think that happens as much anymore. What do you think?
As far as...
Hey, happy birthday, Freddie.
Friday is a little more mainstream. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, then again, I would argue Friday had A-listers. They had Ice Cube, if you want to call him an A-lister back then, and Chris Tucker. But New Jack City had Wesley Snipes.
And
Wesley Snipes was big back then.
Chris Rock's first movie.
Chris Rock wasn't that big back then. He was just,
Ice-T.
Ice-T wasn't that big. I'm talking about acting.
Oh. Yeah, I mean.
Ice Cube, I would argue, was a bigger music star than Ice-T.
Oh, 100%.
And Chris Tucker was a bigger or well-known than Chris Rock, I would think.
100%.
So, but New Jack City is classic. I would liken it to Juice, or like Juice, New Jack City, dang near. I wouldn't include like Jason's Lyrics or Poetic Justice, or I would say, what's the other movie?
Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. I'm thinking about the girls flick with Jada Pinkett.
Oh,
Vivica
Set
Fox.
It Off.
Yeah, Set It Off. I would
Yeah.
group them all together, but New Jack City, I would say, would be at the top of those, maybe with the exception of Boys in the Hood. It was definitely better than Menace to Society.
Oh,
Yes. Come on. Menace to Society
man. Please,
was
y'all
over
let
the
me
top,
know in
bro.
the chat. Please
Menace
let me
to
know in the
Society
chat.
was over the top, man. It was over the top. Come on, man. What?
Justin said, Ricky.
Boys in the Hood is classic. How many memes or whatever comes from Boys in the Hood?
Thank you, Robert Roller. Oh,
Nah,
dog.
man.
Menace
Nah,
for sure.
man.
Menace.
Nah, man.
So Menace showed a different side. Like Boys in the Hood was more or less like, we need to come together. It had some education in there. It also talked about the hood, but it was trying to get out the hood. Miss Society is like, we in the hood, we hood, and it just is what it is. This is what we do.
So I will tell you,
All
I know
hood
no one
classics for
asked.
sure, but I think Friday transitions are
Yeah, absolutely. Friday, absolutely. There is no movie that I just named, out of all the movies I named, is even close to being better than Friday. Friday will live for generations. Friday's the
Freddie
type of
said
movie.
Boys in the Hood. Paul Davis, congratulations, by the way. Menace is a classic. Exactly. Menace over Boys in the Hood and New Jack City. I would say New Jack City is second and Boys in the Hood is third. That's how I would put it. Okay, Robert said Boys in the Hood, Men's Society, New Jack City, my order.
No. New Jack City has to be number 2.
Over
New Jack
Menace?
City has more. I mean, only thing Menace to Society had was Old Dog. That's it. Old Dog. What else did they have?
They had
What
what
else?
What is his name? Please, y'all help me. What is the main character's name? Oh God. Oh, I feel like such a lame-o for not knowing this. Oh man. Now I gotta look it up. God dang it.
Anyway, as I was saying, New Jack
He
City
agrees with you.
You think about it. Nino Brown, the name Nino Brown transcends generations. Nino
Chief, you
Brown.
got Jim
Got
Beam in
Jim
here.
Beam in his- I wish.
So go ahead,
But
finish your start.
Then you got the Dunner Man.
who?
You know what I'm saying? Dunner Man, you got Keisha. You got the story with G Money and Nino Brown. You know, Cash Money
Kane.
Brothers, we all we got. Come on, man.
You got Cocaine. You got Kane, right?
Who cares? No one cares.
Jada Pinkett was in there.
What did she do? I don't even remember she was in there.
She was the main
What did she
character, the
do?
main girl who was trying to get Kane to go with him.
Exactly.
To
Her
relocate.
performance was terrible. Terrible.
Oh, wow.
Terrible.
That's when he was like, what is that? That's a gun. Teach me how to shoot.
Stupid.
He got caught teaching the boy how to shoot. Got you, sucker, or whatever he said.
Tell you, there's no way you can convince me New Jack City is the second best under Friday. And when you want to think about like gangster type killing movies, because Friday wasn't it. Friday was more of a comedy, like dark drama in the hood. Then I would say slightly my personal favorite New Jack City, then Boys in the Hood. But being unbiased, Boys in the Hood, then New Jack City, then everything else.
So I'm not, I would say New Jack City, then Menace to Society, then Boys in the Hood. I think Friday's on its whole nother level by itself.
I agree, but how can you have Boys in the Hood behind Minister Society, bro. You got Lawrence Fishburne, you got Ice Cube, you got the music. Ricky, how many memes do you see from Minister Society?
I mean, there are some.
The only thing
Look
I
at the
remember being
motherfucking
pulled from Minister
wheels.
Society
That's what I
was
thought.
Old Dog and Don't Drink Your Juice Wise, something in the hood with the Wayans brothers. That's it. When he had the little pigtail, he's like, you something. What did he say? There was some comment, whatever. Friday, you all need to stay out of the bathroom for about
Yo,
30
that's classic.
Exactly.
That was
Exact Pops.
No.
You got Pops in there eating the grapes. You know, come on, man.
No, Friday's on a whole nother level.
You got
Friday,
Big Word, Big Perm.
Friday. Friday's on a whole nother level by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friday, man, how we get on this? So Friday's on its whole nother level.
Paradise.
I can't think of anything else that compares to Friday.
Nah, I can't. Friday is like one of my top 5 favorite movies.
Yeah. And so
It's that good.
Definitely. And then how it came out, the year it came out, when it came out, what was going on in the world when it came out. Like, it was just a good movie. And that actually made weed actually cool. Like, I think everybody smoked weed when I was watching, especially in high school and stuff like that. And they had the money, they would smoke weed. And so that actually made weed look like it was cool. But it's actually a fun movie. It was a funny movie. There was some truth behind it. Debo, Ice Cube fighting Debo at the end, man. Classic all the way around. He's reminiscing, man. That joint is funny. Every time I'm in the kitchen, you in the kitchen, in the goddamn refrigerator, eating up. Classic. But so New Jack City had a lot of one-liners that I'm surprised people haven't heard more of. Like, sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Yeah, who hasn't heard of that one? Who was the person that didn't hear that
one?
one?
People I talked to, they didn't know.
Yeah, they're a bunch of lamos. Whoever
Oh,
that is.
no, they ain't lames.
That's
They ain't
famous.
lames. They ain't lames.
That's
They ain't
famous, man.
lames.
Come
They ain't
on,
lames.
man.
Don't do that. Don't do that. They're not
No,
lames.
lamo.
No, they're not.
Lamos.
No, they're not.
To the
No,
10th
they're not.
power.
No. Give you one of those.
Special shout out to Dead Presidents and Paid in Full. Those are good movies.
Man. So Paid in, okay. That's a man. Oh, look, Nick Jack on here. Nick, we started this topic because of you. Debo had the feud.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Hey, bonus points for that one.
Yeah,
He was Tiny Lister.
Yeah.
Or
Jack, we
Zeus.
were talking
My bad,
about,
Zeus.
Paradise, because you're like the Cisco Ebert of Facebook. All you do is sit home and watch shows. And so we were talking about Paradise because we got done seeing that. And then, exactly, Nino Brown, cancel that B. Exactly.
Hey, Nick Jack, hey, you should really like New Jack City because Wesley Snipes was dark skinned. He made us look good.
I mean, he did.
That's when dark skin came. That's when dark skin was on the rise. You know, outside of Al B. Shore and Christopher Williams. Plus, you gotta love the fact Nino Brown stabbed the mess out of Christopher Williams' hand. He said, "I never liked you, you pretty mother."
Oh, that was hilarious. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, dark skinned people unite.
Yo, Wesley Snipes put out a movie like every week during that time. I swear he had Passenger 57. He had dang, now I can't think of any of the Wesley Snipes movies back there. Let me look them up so I know I ain't talking crazy. I really need to get my shared screen going on. And then I don't know how he got broke, but he went downhill after that.
Texas.
Man, he's 62 years old. So yeah, Blade, Demolition Man.
He was good at White Men Can't Jump too. That was a good flick.
Oh, man. Excuse me, I'm light-skinned. Okay. All right.
Ooh, yeah, lies you tell.
I'm
light-skinned compared to you.
Somebody hacked Nick Jack's account. Y'all don't hit Nick Jack's up. Passenger 57. Oh, U.S. Marshal Money Train. Undisputed White Men Can't Jump. Murder 1600. Major League, Jungle Fever, The Art of War. He had all the movies during that time. So he was really hot right then. So he really helped that movie come out. But I'm surprised that more people don't know New Jack City. Really surprised. They know Boys in the Hood. They know Friday. They just don't know New Jack City. Really surprised. And you hit the nail on the head.
Some of it has to
Dead
come
Presidents.
from where they're from.
Maybe. Is it an
That's
East
like
Coast?
some people
That's more
will-
of an East Coast
Oh,
movie,
yeah.
I guess.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
That could
Carter.
be right.
Yeah, the Carter.
Okay. That could be right. That could be accurate. Look at you. That could
Mhm.
be accurate. But Dead Presidents definitely has a classic scene. Like Chris Tucker made that movie himself. Made that movie. And he was only in like half of the movie. But Chris Tucker
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
I don't even know if that was one of his first movies, but that's like the first time I really saw him.
I
was
know
in
it's
that
pretty
movie.
pretty good.
The whole
It doesn't
movie?
get a lot of credit. Mhm.
No, it doesn't. But
Just like Paid in Full. That was the good one too.
oh man.
Paid in
So-
Full is one of my favorites.
It's funny all the one-liners in Paid in Full that don't come out.
Mhm.
Like it is crazy how that happens. Yep, we already said that, Nick. But Paid in Full, man. I think what hurt nothing really hurt Paid in Full. Cause it had so many one-liners in that thing. So many.
You
so
see what's
many.
up. Mhm.
I'm
But back
trying-
to Paradise though.
Yes, go back to Paradise. I'm sorry. So
No, you go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go.
Now I was gonna say Paradise is a really good movie. I love the way
Show.
the folks Sterling Brown's the executive producer.
Who?
So yeah, he's not only stars in it, he's the executive producer.
I didn't know that.
But I love the way the actor, it's funny, that actor was in that one movie with Zoe Saldana. Shout out to her because she won her first Oscar. She's a friggin' phenomenal actress. So I'll give her a bomb for that one, man. She's friggin' awesome. Anyway,
What's her name?
she played in that movie with the guy in Paradise who played President. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Death by Funeral. It had Chris Rock in it.
Who
But
did she
he
play in
played
Paradise? Who did she play in Paradise?
who?
Zoe, whatever.
No, she wasn't in Paradise.
Oh, okay.
I'm
sorry.
saying she played the wife of the guy who plays the president in Paradise.
Gotcha.
In that movie Death by Funeral. He was butt naked on top of a rooftop after he took some shrooms or something. But what I'm getting at is I've only seen him in a comical role, but in this one, in kind of more of a serious role, he was really good. I mean, he was convincing. Just seeing the dynamics between him and his father when he came to his father and said he wanted to be a high school teacher. You know what I'm saying? He turned around and he was like, "No, you are not. Now with my dead body, you're going to do something important in your life." Anyway, overall, phenomenal series. The musical score was good. The different twists were good. It was really good.
So what part did you, I think when from the beginning, I was pretty hooked. I really thought that old girl and old buddy had something going together, which was weird. They didn't really
the lead
have a
actor and the
relationship.
psychologist.
No. The two CIA or two President Protection Detail Secret Service members.
Oh, Billy Pace and that one
Yes,
girl.
the Jane.
Yeah, they did, but for a reason.
Right. So Jane, man, like talk about crazy. That girl is like off her wonkers crazy.
Yeah, that thing with the Wii was funny as hell. I was like, I could identify with that.
My God, that was hilarious.
Yo, did you see
Oh,
the
girl,
director's
nobody-
look on her face? She was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then at the end, she was like, "You should just let me keep the Wii."
Oh, breaking news from Cisco and Ebert. He said check out Watson as well. What's Watson on? Is that Netflix or? The only thing I didn't like, I don't have the Hulu without commercials.
Mhm.
So God, dog. It made a 45-minute show, an hour and 10 minutes, watching all these God blessing commercials. And of course, they put the commercials in at every good spot. Hey, my question is, at the end, how is that plane still working? He got in the plane. He got in the plane. That plane's been there for 12 years. Ain't nobody moved that thing, but he got right in that thing and got that thing working.
I'm sure they were still doing maintenance. I guess the real question is, why would they need to do maintenance? Like how did they know they was going to even need it?
Right. That's weird.
So that would probably even be the better question.
Oh, I don't have Paramount Plus.
Hey, so Nick Jack, give us a quick rundown overall what Watson's about. Zoe is killing Lioness too. I gotta check that out.
I heard Lioness is the joint. I just ain't even started watching it yet, but I did hear Lioness is really good. Hey Jack, while you're doing that, we're gonna segue topics. Real good time. I don't know how we got into all this. This is what I like about the show. We could just talk about whatever and just vibe. Donald Ford, what's up, big dog? What's good with you? Hopefully everything's well. Your emoji look like you sick. Or is that a salute? It might be a salute. I'm not sure. Yo, you want to talk about promotions or you want to talk about
actually this kind of maybe it falls in line with Justin just went through with the AFSA convention. You know, with all the stuff that's going on in the federal government and saving spending and concerns about wasteful spending. I think there's been a lot of around the Air Force questions about, going to conferences and, and spending a lot of money sending people TDY. So I'm curious, do folks still believe that award ceremonies are even still relevant? Like, do you really think doing awards still has meaning? I guess it's easy for me to say based on the grade I'm in now in the Air Force, but all the thrash of trying to craft statements and making sure the package is right, and then you see people over embellish on awards. You see people who undersell on awards, and then you think you got the greatest package, and someone looks at the package and say it's trash, but another person says it's great. And I'm just curious, what do y'all think? Do y'all think it's even necessary?
Before I address that, let me address 3 things. One, yes, this is the corner. So sorry we didn't say, because we didn't put the right intro. We didn't put the right intro. But yeah,
who said that? I can't say his
Adrian.
name.
Sorry.
Yeah, I apologize. You know what? I apologize, man, on behalf of Pete, man. We have been so involved in all kinds of stuff. We haven't really kept track, but yes, the corner is the last Sunday of the month. And technically this is the last show. So technically it's not the corner. Technically. But it can be because I got my glasses on. So you're right.
Dontrell, I'm sorry. I said Donald.
Like Devin. It's Devin.
Big dog. I got you. That was wild. My bad. My bad. Hold on. Let me hit my bad. All right. So do I think awards are necessary? I always said they weren't necessary. I always said that. I think since I've been, for airmen it's cool. It is what it is. But once you reach the rank of senior NCO, it ain't. To me, it's not necessary no more. Chiefs don't even put in for awards, so that's a whole tier or rank that's gone. Seniors only put in if they're trying to make chief, so that's another whole rank. And then masters only put in if you're trying to make senior, or if nobody else puts in, they got to throw something in. People put too much emphasis on awards over actually doing accomplishments of mission. Focus needs to be redirected to what got them the award instead of the award alone. Good point. Great point.
Shout out to Gina, Philly fan. Go Birds.
All right, I don't know how we segue to that. But what's your thought? I mean, you kind of said that you think they should go away with all awards, quarterly awards, annual awards. What do you think?
I think first they need to convince the enterprise not to put so much emphasis on awards.
I agree.
I think most people, I would argue probably 90% of the people only put in for awards for promotion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when you look at someone's records and you say, well, here's the problem with your records. You didn't win any awards.
Yep.
And then they'll say, well, nobody put me in. Or they'll say, you got to go put in for an award. You should put in for this, put in for that.
Right.
Well, it's just like a decoration. You shouldn't be putting in or writing a decoration. Your supervisor should be doing that. And if you don't get any awards, then either you just didn't win or no one's putting you in for it. Still too many masters. We need some type of discriminators. What's that? I'm trying
Too
to
many
figure
mass
out.
sergeants, or you said,
Well,
man,
yeah.
you know what? I always find it interesting. Let me see what Nick Jack said before I go to my point. There we go. I believe it's still great to recognize personnel for their efforts! Exclamation point. I'm not going to lie when I hear certain career fields can't win and have that person represent 100. I think it's great. See, I don't want to take away the recognition because I know recognition is important, but I don't want to harp on these awards as like what Philly said should not be a disclaimer for just getting promoted. Because people will also use that on the other turn, like, oh, I won 2 quarterlies and an annual. I'm a shoo-in for getting promoted. I'm a shoo-in for a strat, which I guess if you're looking at the definition of stratting somebody for as far as duty performance and you win awards based off your duty performance, it should all fall in line. So how do you have one without the other? How do you have one without the other?
Right. I think one, we just need to stop putting so much emphasis on folks winning awards. And I'm more of a fan of
agree.
You only win if your supervisor puts you in, and there should be a mechanism there where they can be the only one to submit their subordinate.
Well,
and it has to be a more objective way to evaluating award packages because they're done in so many different ways by different people. Throughout my career, I've heard, let's see, DC, how did you feel when you saw me from 12OY? Oh, I was freaking happy, man. I think to Nick Jack's point, 3F5's admin troops don't get the love they deserve. And it's rare seeing somebody going up for 12 OEY as an admin troop. Dontrell Forrest said, also, if a person says nobody put me in, that's an indicator that they aren't ready. Interesting.
We're going to get down some interesting topics. So first one, Philly, I want to go back to what you said. The supervisor should put them in. But I think some supervisors who can write really well put their troops in and then they start doing the politicking behind the scenes, which that's a whole nother topic. Start advocating for their people like they're running for president or something. Vote for Pete. He's my.
Now, I don't see anything wrong with that, though.
Okay, all right.
I think that's great. I think that's, if anything, that gets me so pumped up when I meet someone. Now, that one guy in Luke, he went way overboard. The one CMS sergeant in y'all unit. What was his name? He was a CMS sergeant. He was a master sergeant, but he made senior there.
Walker.
He was way overboard. I thought he was out there with the sign flipping it in front of you and stuff. That's overboard. But a good supervisor knows that if I know the command chief and Sergeant Peterson is going up for senior and I'm going to meet the command chief about a project, I'm going to bring Master Sergeant Peterson along. And I'm saying, hey, chief, how you doing? What's going on? Hey, here's my Master Sergeant, Sergeant Peterson, man. He works in my op shop. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Hey, this is a phenomenal person, blah, 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 blah. He's awesome. He's done this, blah, 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 blah. Now, chief, so what do you want to talk about? So he remembers. He remembers. And not only that, I'm going to double down and make sure you're on a project for said chief and you do well. So that way, when the stratification comes around and your name pops up, the chief remembers.
See, Philly's glasses
got a little angle. Is it crooked? What that mean?
It look crooked.
Y'all like my glasses? They're aviators, man.
Yeah, it don't look crooked.
Thank
Nick
you.
had a lot to
Maybe
say,
because
so
my
let me
head
see.
is. Oh Lord.
So that's why
Nick
I feel
Jack
it's
said.
Oh, go ahead.
Nick Jack says, so that's why I feel it's important. 100. To Dontrell point, I don't think it's not they're ready. I just think that we have some sorry personnel only caring for themselves and not their airmen. However, some are not ready as well. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Dontrell says, also, if a person says, nobody put me in, that's an indicator that they aren't ready. Oh, okay. That's repeat.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Freddie says, see, I disagree. There's a lot of factors that could go into that. Dang.
I just started saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, Dontrell just said something else. Hold on, wait for that to pop up real quick. Why is it not popping up for me? Oh, there you go. If you're a mass sergeant, your supervisor is captain. If you're a mass sergeant, the supervisor is a captain or major, or someone's too busy to put you in, you better lead up and write your own package and let them know why you believe you deserve to be recognized. Adrian said on the same topic, people do the bare minimum and expect to receive award nomination. Leaders setting low standards. There, okay.
I like that one.
All right, so a couple things. Let's digest this one bite at a time. Do you think people put their subordinates in for awards so they could put on their EPB?
No, not necessarily. No. They don't need to. I mean, how many people put on their awards? Lee's operations section, 30 people. Key to 2 Levittow winners, 4 distinguished graduates, 4 MAGCOM, and 3 team awards.
I feel like I've seen that a bunch.
I hate that freaking bullet. What did you mentor?
But you see it a bunch.
Like, hey, Pete, I know you're going through ALS school. Good luck. And then you win. Mentor John award winner.
See, Dontrell says a lot of people do that.
I hate that. I hate that.
So does that have no relevance?
None. I would tell you, if you put his example, I tell people all the time, if you want to talk about, well, Chief, they always say that team awards are more important. I say, if you're going to do that, do this. Say, led operations section during the Inspector General visit. Highlighted 30 people, recognized 10, key to squadron, blah, 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 blah. So put an achievement to the award. Don't just haphazardly say, like, for instance, like, all right, if I say, all right, okay, I got 3 DG winners, like operations superintendent for critical unit, leadership key to 3 distinguished graduate awards. What did you do? What did you just woke up one day, I got 3 DG awards.
So like
Adrian says, I've seen a mass sergeant make senior this way. I know, trash. Along with many other awards. He preached taking credit for their under you. Exactly. Like, there are some people who take credit and they ain't do a flipping thing. But just because they're in your section, you assume it's because of you they won. And let's just add on the fact also, you may not even talk to that person one time during that award period, but you're going to claim that's their award. Rant over.
It shows as leaders you foster an environment of holding peers to the standard and discipline.
By claiming an award, I missed something.
Yeah, about mentoring, writing awards, recognizing your peers or your subordinates. I agree with that.
It's just like, who was it? Kendrick Perkins. We didn't get into that. When he said, show that same energy when you see me in public. Show that same energy when you're trying to hold your people accountable for negative behavior.
And maybe they do.
Everybody want to award people and say, look at me. My people won this. My people won that. But you don't want to hold your people accountable in your formation.
And maybe they do. I'm not sure. But I always say that's the bad part with the EPB is that it's only good information. So you never know the bad, the negative, unless it's really, really bad. It's only good stuff.
They really need to blow up the EPB.
Yeah.
Oh, Sharma, what's going on, girl?
Supervisor actually. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sharma says if supervisors are actually doing the mentorship to garner the award, I don't see it as stolen valor. Sharma, I agree with you, but the only thing I would say is, as the reader reading the award package or EPB, how do I know which mentorship? How do you quantify that? Unless I witnessed it. Like, for instance, if Pete, same example I used a few minutes ago, if I know Pete was bringing Airman Council to this meeting and that meeting and this ceremony led to Airman Council winning an award, and Pete put on his EPB, he mentored me, then I can tie the two together, because I'm like, yep, makes sense. I saw him there. He was helping them through it, coaching them, makes sense. But I can't see it. That's why I'm not a fan of that bullet.
Nick Jack said Pete would have won an award at Luke if he actually showed up and did. 100%. Don Trail says, as a SEL, you have a hand in setting the tone for your formation.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. 100%,
I agree, but when you are barely seen, but your EPB as all of the section awards on it.
Man,
yeah.
Hey. That's the key right there. You nailed it. It.
To Adrian's point, you hope, to Don Trail's point, that your SEL would be like, bro, like you're trying to chase too many awards. I just need you to buckle down and be head down and do some work.
Right.
Like, don't worry about this award.
Right. Because I'm going to tell you, a good commander, and more importantly, a good chief, I've had seniors who haven't won an award all year long, but they were grinding in their section, getting stuff done. Their people were doing good stuff, and they still got a top strat in the wing, and they didn't win any awards. You know why? A good leader knows when somebody is working their arse off, and they're going to make sure they get recognized for it. Sometimes awards isn't the primary indicator to somebody's performance. Sometimes it takes that leader to advocate and say, like, look, this person is it. That's that dude. That's that girl. And here's why. And if their performance is good, that wing commander, that command chief is going to see it, because it's going to be all over the wing. Anyway, Sharma says, and SELs hold the line when it comes to awards. They should know before the package leaves. Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, don't get. I will protect the innocent, but I would say, I'll put like this: public service announcement. SELs. I can't remember the person who said it, but they say everybody want to be a gangster until it's time to do gangsters. No awards should be leaving your office or your formation without you putting eyes on them. There's nothing that irritates me the most when someone award leaves their formation, it goes to the next level, and somebody questions an award, a bullet or a statement.
Yeah.
And then the SEL says, oh, I didn't see it.
Oh,
that frustrates me. But I get you, if they won, they're putting it on their EPB. Oh, we've got a MatchCon winner. Oh, that makes me mad.
Y'all get so happy with y'all people when it, like the higher levels. But anyway,
when 12OAY is a celebration. We had one at IMSC last year. I love it. That's a huge achievement. Anyway, Don Trail says, on the flip side, if you are seen, claim those successes. If your people thrive, reflect that on your EPB. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. See that. Adrian says, I'm grateful. My current leadership has barely won anything, but they help my team grind with all kinds of recognition. Oh, man. Adrian is killing it today. Nick Jack says, DC, I agree. Anytime when somebody say, I agree, but, here we come. But tell the folks sitting on the board the same thing as well, so we can promote those who are deserving. Okay, my bad. I thought you was going another direction. I agree. Adrian, I question all packages. The 5-6 asked me to grade. Numbers are getting outrageous. I agree. You know who's good at writing packages? Friggin' finance and contracting.
Of course.
Them dudes kill it. They kill it.
Med Group too. Med Group be killing.
Yeah, Med Group. Yeah, Med Group be killing it.
But yeah, I
think cops, we used to be able to write good packages until they changed them to performance statements. That's our Achilles heel. Because, you know, we could put some bullets out there, boy. Slash, dash, ellipsis. But when it said performance statements, limits, acronyms, oh, shit. No acronyms?
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I think numbers are getting kind of crazy, man. I look at numbers, I'll be like, man, you gotta be kidding me right now. Hey, you know what's funny is the ones on the men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, and EPBs they lie, award packages they lie. The funny thing is like, and I'm gonna pick on cops for a second, but this happens in all career fields. They'll be like, medical emergency, right? Help member at the BX, saved lives, saved 9.3 thousand Luke Air Force Base personnel. Like, how does that save every single person on base? Or you know, outstanding gumshoe, recognized shoplifter.
Hold up. You said gumshoe. I haven't heard that in ages.
Gumshoe. Yeah. Recognized shoplifter, saved Luke BX, so 9.7 thousand people get shot without problems. Like,
fatality.
Gumshoe.
Yo, that joint be killing me, man. So yeah, numbers be killing me. Everything has to be in the thousands. Like, you can't put down just 2. Like, everything has to be in the thousands. Even when they say like 5-6. Like, president of 5-6 mentored 1,000 something 5-6 members. I'm like, bruh, not everybody in the 5-6 goes to 5-6 meetings. Now all of a sudden you're the president for everybody. But anyway, that's my rant on awards.
I think you mentioned something earlier I want to kind of go back to real quick when you said awards. Like, I think awards should be mostly focused on airmen to tech sergeant.
Correct.
And maybe I'm wrong, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong or not, but I used to tell people all the time when we have visitors come, when I was in any formation, and they say, we got opportunity to give out get a coin from a general or whatever. Yep. If I saw a smart card from a master sergeant, I immediately put it to the side. I just feel like coins are not for master sergeants. Not to put in for one. Now, if they just walk up to you and give you one, that's different. But why should a master sergeant take a coin away from an airman? Not saying they don't deserve it. Let me make sure I make this clear. If General Alvin shows up at my formation and we say, hey, this master sergeant is giving this briefing, and we say, hey, this master sergeant is awesome, blah, 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 off the cuff, and he says, you know what, I'm going to give you my coin. That's different. That right there, I value the most. But not when I say, hey, General Alvin is giving out coins and I see a smart card from a master sergeant. No different than a senior or a chief. If I was a chief and I got a coin from somebody, it was like, not that I don't value the coin. I just feel like that type of recognition means the most from your junior ranking folks.
Here's what I'll say.
And I think awards should be the same.
I definitely agree on the awards, and then it should be. That's where I should like EPBs to say how many award winners you have and blah, blah, blah. If you can't put in for it, but you're recognizing your other people. But the one thing I'll say is that if I see a master sergeant on or a master sergeant or above on like you said, a smart card or getting a coin or recognition, especially when it's just like we all know this, like, let's just be honest. When these generals come out and they want to coin somebody, they just say, give me a smart card, and then they're supposed to go down to the group in the wing and they're supposed to pick 3 or 4 people. They just pick names. But when it's a mass sergeant, it's just the chief trying to make sure he makes senior.
Right.
It's just a chief trying to make sure a senior makes chief. That's all it is.
Right.
So,
and even worse if you put it on your EPB, coin by blah.
No. So I think the tricky part is they don't put it on, like the smart people don't put it on their EPBs. They just know when it comes to stratification time, they have that feather in their cap, and they hope everybody remembers, oh, this person did this.
Yeah, that's the key. It's just like when you put in your EPB, lauded by blah. No, nobody cares about that. The key point is who remembers. Trust me, if the wing commander or the command chief gave you kudos for an event, they're going to remember you if your name comes across the table. You got to get to the table.
Right.
And then there was, quickly to add to this topic, it was just right on the top of my head. Let's continue. I can't remember. I just lost it. I had a brain fart, man. What was I want to ask? There was something in lines with this conversation. Not just awards. Fudge. I can't remember. Anyway.
Old memory. Old memory kicking in. Last thing, unless you remember that, you want to talk about the Charles Barkley, Kendrick Perkins / LeBron James, Stephen A. Smith controversy, rants, issues, whatever they had.
I just think when
World
people
of Wars.
I think when people like, let's throw it out there, like Stephen A. Smith, Charles Barkley, they're a bit different than your keyboard warriors. Meaning your keyboard warriors, technically, like, well, I wouldn't. Hold on. Paul Sharma says, I agree with you, DC, but I have it. But I base it on how many smart cards were requested. If it's 5 or more, I'm willing to balance recognition across the ranks.
Yes.
CO lies better too.
I agree with that.
I just think that I just think, you know how they had this analogy about rooftops for enlisted? You know, when you make tech, you have your stripes, they kind of hold stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
But when you make mass sergeant, you get a rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
And then you make senior, you get another. And then
Mm-hmm.
chief, you get another one.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an analogy that says when you become a senior NCO, that rooftop is supposed to shield you from all the bullish that's coming from the top for the airmen, which means as a mass sergeant, you're now not just a supervisor, you're a manager, right? Mm-hmm. So you're really looking out for your subordinates. So when I look at awards, your award as a senior NCO is your people shining. Like they doing good stuff, they're getting promoted,
right.
They're you're prepping them to take your place.
Right.
And when you become a senior, you have an even bigger team. You're a superintendent in most cases. You're pretty much almost a chief. You just don't have the chevron. And as a chief, your people winning is your satisfaction. So I guess when I look at it from a coin perspective, if I got a mass sergeant that's killing it, and they say, hey, so-and-so's coming out to give out a coin, think about it. When you do a smart card, you're having somebody justify to you why this person should be recognized from somebody outside the formation. This person outside the information don't even know the person that's being put in for this coin.
Right.
So when, let's say if Sergeant Peterson, you got a smart card sent in from Chief Counsel. And then I said, all right, we're going to push you forward. So when said principal, 4-star general, fill in the blank, says, hey, this is how it usually goes. Oh, so we're going to give out coins today. Oh, yeah, we got Sergeant Peterson. Come on up, Sergeant Peterson. And then you're pretty much tapped in. So like, Sergeant Peterson is this, that, the third. He's the greatest, blah, 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 superstar, blah, 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 blah. And then they come over to you like, hey, so tell me a little bit about yourself, Sergeant Peterson. Hey, so where are you from? Blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, everything they said about you is great and awesome. You're a superstar. And I want you to have this coin. And they be like, yay! Right. And then in your EPB, it says, You did all this stuff, coin, blah, 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 blah. But what's the
Right.
true story?
Right.
You were put in for the coin. I would rather have someone put me in a position to give a briefing on something I did.
Yes.
And then if the principal feels so inclined to give me a coin, that would mean more to me.
Yes.
Because I didn't put in for it. I not only you telling me I deserve to get it, you put me out front and I was given to earn it. It's just like somebody giving a post briefing at the gate. You don't know if somebody's going to coin you. You can sit there, you be like, I remember it. You be like, sir, Airman Council reports. Would you request a post briefing? Yes. You be like,
Right.
and then you go through all the blah, 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 blah. And they be like, you have any questions, sir? No, that's no questions, Airman. Hey, so that's a phenomenal briefing. Thank you, sir. I'm going to give you this coin. That means a lot because you don't know it's coming.
Right.
And they caught you off guard. And so you perform.
Right.
And they recognize it.
Right.
Anyway, I digress. I think you get the point.
So, Adrian, we'll get to your question because I want to go to that before we go to the Charles Barkley thing. Haynes says there are some mass sergeants that don't lead teams, such as 1D, 3FO, 3F2s, 3F5s, because they sit in a CSS or somewhere else. Very true. Very true. There's some anomalies. Very true with that. To your point, there's a funny story that happened where we getting recognized for best ATC unit, security forces unit, or something like that. And the cop commander at the time, I think it was General Collins, I think it was. And it was when he had, what was that female's name? The chief. Hearts.
Don't mention her name.
Yeah. So they had those two come and recognize us for winning this award and then wanted to coin some people. So our commander at the time brought up one of our airmen. I think he's an airman or NCO. It's like, man, this is one of our phenomenal airmen. He's so phenomenal. He got selected to be a K9 troop, and he's headed out to tech school in a couple weeks. It's just like, you're getting a coin for being selected to go to K9.
So they gave him a coin.
Yeah,
They didn't do no smart card on him. You sure?
that was a smart card.
That's what they gave him a coin for. My point exactly.
Bro, I had these airmen come up to me afterwards. So he's like, so you get a coin for going to K9? I'm going to sign up. That was funny. All right, let's get Adrian's question real quick. We'll get to your first one, then your second one. So I'll lead this to you. It says, I have a question for later, but we'll just address it right now. Which do you believe? Are E6s prioritize more getting themselves or them troops? I guess this means getting themselves
recognized. Coin?
Yeah, I guess it's recognized. So which do
you want me to answer that one?
Yeah.
Let me digest this real quick. Which do we believe our E6s prioritize more, getting themselves or their troops? Themselves.
100%.
Themselves. It's not even an E6 fault. Because we put so much emphasis on awards and promotion, but not on taking care of airmen. How many do you know of a person that's retired at tech sergeant?
Promoted.
And they promoted.
Mm-hmm. Still themselves.
Yeah, still themselves. I mean, it's just there is a small population of people who mostly care about their subordinates versus themselves for promotion. And I would argue that's not necessarily bad because everybody inherently wants to get promoted. They do.
So
it's just the way you do it. It's just the way you do it.
The bad part is, and sorry to interrupt you, but as a E5, E6, especially in those ranks, you are told to take care of your troops because that's when you first get troops and take care of them. On the flip side, your masters, usually a master if you're E6 or E5, are supposed to be taking care of you. But they're so worried about taking care of themselves, some forget about taking care of you. And so when you feel like, well, shit, nobody's taking care of me, I got to take care of myself. I'm going to stop worrying about my troops. And then what happens is you get promoted for it. Somebody else sees it and they're like, shoot, I need to stop taking care of my troops. I need to take care of myself because I'm getting passed over. And it creates a vicious, ugly cycle where if how it's supposed to be drawn out, you take care of the people under you, the people above you take care of you, and that's how the cycle is supposed to work. In a chain of command, not only is it chain of command as far as giving orders, but a chain of command as far as recognizing people. Your top is supposed to take care of your bottom. And if you're on the very bottom, you just learn your job and then figure out when you get to that level, you take care of the people under you. But what happening is that people are just seeing, oh my goodness, to get promoted, I got to get awards, I got to get recognized, I got to get MatchCom level awards, got to get annual awards, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh my God, he's an annual award winner. He's a blah, blah, blah. And that's how that's how they recognize you. I've never heard somebody says, oh, he got 4 of his troops recognized.
No, I've seen it happen. It's rare.
Okay.
But I've seen it happen. I would take the example that great commanders use as an example of how folks should see their position in being a supervisor. Like I'm sure someone in the comments has a commander they adore, they thought was a phenomenal leader. And more than likely is not only because they were really personable, but they knew how to take care of people. Like every decision they made, they thought of the people in their unit. And when things happen, they always thought about the pulse of their unit. For example, my last commander, Colonel Mills, up at 355th, shout out Rescue and Attack. There wasn't a day he was always thinking about what the people are thinking. Like I remember when we went through it's right when the height when Russia invaded Ukraine, and then people were like, it was buzzing. All the rescue community was like, oh, we're gonna have to send some pararescue men or rescue folks to Europe, to Ukraine, or whatever. And he just was thinking the whole time, like, what can he say to help these folks, to prepare them and stuff. And I always admire that because sometimes some people get so wrapped up into what they feel is important and they forget the ultimate responsibility of being a leader is being able to take care of your people. You're ultimately responsible. I would even say my current commander, General Allen, is like that too. He's always thinking of the big picture, but what he's doing is not for his own benefit.
Right.
He's thinking of the whole entire Air Force. It's like at a feverish pitch, like, if I don't do this, then I don't want to be the person that prevents the Air Force from being prepared for the next conflict. And it's like almost like at a mad pace, like this has to be done. But he's not doing it for a third star. He's doing it because he knows it's important. Being around for 35 years, he knows and he's seen what he believes he knows what's coming. And he could easily just chill and be like, look, I'm at 35 years. I'm a 2-star. I don't have to do nothing else. But he don't see it that way. He sees it like, look, nothing else matters. What matters is getting combat support airmen into these training ranges to prepare them for the next war that may come. So when the bombs start flying and the missiles, we have airmen better prepared. Anyway, long rant there. But going back to the Charles Barkley, Kendrick Perkins thing, like I was saying, keyboard warriors, Charles Barkley and Stephen A. Smith are not keyboard warriors. They get paid to analyze. And so there are a lot more people than Stephen A. Smith that was critical over LeBron James and his son. But LeBron James seemed fit at a Lakers game to confront Stephen A. Smith in person. Now, I couldn't hear what they were saying, but you can tell when somebody is like, first of all, LeBron James is 6'8". Right. Stephen A. Smith's what, 5'10", 5'11"?
No, he's like 6'1".
He is?
Yeah.
Oh man, okay, he's 6'1". So LeBron's looking down at him like this, and he's moving his head. It wasn't a friendly conversation. Kudos with Stephen A. Smith. I don't know what he said, but he didn't move. He stood there and kept talking to him. But Stephen A. Smith said later, LeBron was talking to me not as a player, but as a father.
Yep.
I still don't think he gets the deserve to do that. It is part of the game. You bring your son, your daughter into professional sports or politics, it's fair game. Their job is to pick them apart. And there was a comment LeBron made, I don't know when, but before this exchange, he said his son don't care about criticism. So well, apparently he does if you taking up for him. So he said. And if I was Bronny, I'd be like, Pops, chill.
Right.
You making it worse for me.
Right. So you wouldn't do that?
No.
Yeah.
I remember this master sergeant, my son said this master sergeant, shout out to him because he was right, said that my son was lazy and his haircut was unauthorized. Yeah, I wanted to go down there and holler at him. But I didn't.
But I didn't
because you know why? It would make it worse.
So my question is, when you had those feelings and you saw him in person, would you be able to contain?
Shoot. I remember when I went to visit his base and my son was telling me how bad his supervisor was, and I saw him, I wanted to have a conversation with him. I said, hey, man, what's up? You my son's supervisor? He said, oh, I didn't know you was a chief. I said, yeah, it's all good, but y'all good now? Everything good? All right. Make sure you take care of my son, bro.
So you did say something.
That's different.
No,
I didn't say, and I don't know if LeBron said, but LeBron directly addressed the situation.
That's basically what you did.
I was indirect.
Yo, you were passive aggressive.
I said, hey, make sure you take care of my son, bro.
You were passive aggressive. You were passive aggressive.
Say that.
Same thing.
But if I was his supervisor, I wouldn't give two ducks.
I wouldn't.
Like, so
I wish I was a supervisor. You would have came to me.
Well, you normally like that anyway. You're an asshole about that.
I wish you would. Are we good? What you worried about it for? You gonna come work over here? You want to come? You want to come be a? I don't even know his career field. 3S,
2S, man. He supplied troops.
2S.
Soup. Damn right.
Yeah. Are you want to be 2S now? Stay in your command chief realm. I'll stay in my 2S supervisory realm.
Yeah, you would have got them hands too.
That's fine. I got TriCare. Now Tri-West.
But anyway, for this back and forth with Kendrick Perkins, pretty much calling them out. What did he say? And I quote, hey, at NBA on TNT, you might want to tell that senior citizen Charles Barkley that I'll be around. When he see an idiot or fool in person, make sure he keep that same energy. He can come playing with me if he want to, and I'ma address his like the numbers on a house. Straight from the 409, homeboy. And we bar none and fade all. # Texas boy.
The funny thing is they're both like over 50 years old.
Exactly.
That's the hilarious part.
They wouldn't last 15 minutes going around each other. What, they going to wrestle?
Exactly. They're both, that's like, that is embarrassing. You're over 50 years old, still act like you're 25.
I'm curious we got LeBron James fans here because to me, that's what hurts his legacy.
100%.
Can we agree that LeBron James is one of the biggest crybabies? He's a freak. He's a phenomenal player. Don't get me wrong. But he's a freaking crybaby, man.
Sometimes.
And no, a lot of times.
Sometimes.
And I'm sure Michael Jordan, and there was a story I heard about Michael Jordan that was interesting. I'll get into that in a second. But I'm sure Michael Jordan, with his influence, he used it a lot. But maybe because they didn't have social media back then, you didn't hear these crazy stories outside of the stories in the locker room. But LeBron, man, come on. Can we agree his son is not good enough right now in the NBA?
He should never have went to the NBA.
No.
But he went on the clout of being LeBron James' son. That was it.
No.
I'm sure he's better than me.
I'm showing the face like I got a poop. No.
Yeah, he's better than a lot of people, but he's not NBA worthy. And it's kind of, I mean, it just shows you where the NBA is at as a whole. Like the NBA is nowhere near, like no way in effing hell would that ever happen in the NFL. No way. I like Patrick Mahomes, if he had a son. No, Tom Brady. Tom Brady is a better example. If Tom Brady had a son and was trying to play quarterback, if he's not good, he's not making it to the NFL. They have so many checks and balances. And the other thing is, you need so many people to win. Like if I let him on a spot, that's a spot that goes off for somebody else. The NBA, they only play 8 to 10 people anyway. So if you have him on the bench, it doesn't matter. He's just 15. I think they carry 15. They only play 8 to 10 a night. So if he's there, it's just like, okay, let him come into practice, let him shoot around and blah, 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 blah. And then they want to have their moment where father, son is on the court at the same time, blah, 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 blah. And so I think when you have that narrative, I'm not doing this because he's good. I'm doing this because he's my son and I'm really good. It almost puts him in a bad part. It doesn't put LeBron in a bad part. LeBron's legacy is almost cemented already. Mostly just cemented. He's just adding cherries on top right now. But his legacy, he's going to be a Hall of Famer, blah, 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 blah. He has enough money to last him 3 lifetimes, blah, 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 blah. All that is cemented. What he did for his son, I will say, is not for his son's benefit. It's for his own benefit, which that's what makes it sad to me.
I agree.
That's what makes it sad.
Good point.
Good point. But for the rant, like I said, it's just embarrassing. 250, I think Charles Barkley might be 60, but 250, 60-year-old men are talking about, if he wants that smoke, come and get it. Bruh, y'all are 50, 60 years old, making a crap ton of money. Sit down somewhere. And you know
they're
what?
supposed to be professionals,
Right. And so the professional way to handle it is just, you go. It's almost like when Jay-Z and Nas got into their rant. You make a diss track, you make a diss track, you make a diss track. Hey, he got me. Call it good. But to go there and be like, oh, man, if you want something, come see something. What? Bruh, you're 60. Like you said, y'all ain't going to, even if y'all do get in a tussle, y'all ain't going to last but about 5 minutes and y'all both going to break a hip or be tired. Right. So it's like, it's very pointless. But go ahead. I got to go in a second, but go ahead. You got your last points. What you laughing at?
That's how we hit the show these days. So I gotta go. You got your last points.
I gotta go.
Be nice. Usually there's usually there's a preparation, like you ease into it. Like, all right, man, we got one more topic, and then we're gonna close it. No, I gotta go. You got your last things? I guess not. I guess not. Thanks for y'all listening. Appreciate it.
Go ahead.
That's what I got. Thanks for y'all listening. I don't know how much time I got.
I said a second.
I don't know. Hey, Kenny.
Who's
Kenny? I
Kenny?
see you in the comments, man. Hey, look, I'm going to ask you on the air, man.
Who's Kenny?
My retirement ceremony coming up in August. Can you DJ for me?
Who's Kenny?
Be nice for free.
Who is Kenny?
That's Kenny Braceley, man. Uncle, a.k.a.
comments.
the uncle. DJ extraordinaire.
He's not in the comments.
I saw his name. Or maybe I saw the laughing emojis.
Oh,
maybe it's something else. Anyway, oh well. As always, we appreciate you guys listening. We are planning to have more shows during the week.
We
like
will.
Snap shows.
We will. The plan is over. We will.
Okay, I won't speak on that one. You say so. I'll double down. We are planning. And, y'all let me know after y'all hear this, man, those who are still here. Do y'all prefer us giving y'all like an actual schedule on the main shows when we're coming, like advertising, sending y'all a reminder? Or y'all fine with us just popping up out of nowhere, like you coming around the corner, somebody like, give me your wallet? Which one do y'all like? Just curious.
Okay.
But as always, we appreciate y'all listening. Like, share, subscribe. Check us out on Facebook. If you don't want to see our ugly mugs, you can catch our podcast on Apple. Just download the Apple Podcast app, and you can catch us on there too. And then also Facebook, you can catch us on there too. Adrian says, yes, schedule. All right, fam, I appreciate it. Hey, shout out to you, Adrian. You were killing it today, bro. Shout out to you, man. Okay, cool. Other than that, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Hey, take care of each other, man. I've been trying to get on the corner. All right, yo, bet. Adrian, the next show, let's see. Today is
the next show. The next Sunday. Yeah.
I'm just trying to give a date.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
The next show for the corner will be 23 March. That's 2 weeks from now. That will be the corner. Adrian, we will make sure you are aware so you can get on, bro. Appreciate you, man. Y'all take care of each other, man. Not just your blue suiters. Take care of your civilian federal employees, man. They're going through it right now. Well, shit, we all going through it. Take care of each other, and we will get through all this. We will get through all of it, bro.
I tell everybody.
Sharma says, yes, I need a schedule, please. Curly and Costco, listen. Oh,
Costco's a spot.
See?
Make sure you get those free samples at Costco. Tell us what your bill came out to be.
Man, that's all right.
Tell us what your bill came out to be, because it's probably going to be like $300-400 easily. Man, I went to Costco, bought 11 items, $196.
What did you buy?
11 food items.
Oh, it wasn't like any pharmaceutical items, maybe?
No, it was fish like salmon and
tilapia.
And tilapia is so nasty.
Okay, why did you buy it? Yeah.
I didn't remember how nasty it was till I bought it, fixed it, and then maybe I just can't cook. Anyway. Okay, so I guess we're doing some kind of schedule. So, man, don't
we gotta work on your positivity. I guess
I'm just trying to say like we've done this before. I thought y'all were leaving. All right, we out. You right? We out. We out. I got things to do. We out. I appreciate y'all being Unpopular Societies. We out. Peace.